What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever spent time manually copying parameters from one Revit family to another, one by one, you already know how painful that is. Today I'm going to show you a plugin I built called Copy Remove Family Parameters that makes that entire process automatic. You can copy, rename, and batch apply parameters across as many families as you want in seconds. And on top of that, it also lets you remove parameters from a family just as fast. This tool is available on the Autodesk App Store. I'll put the link in the description below. Let's get into it. Before I walk you through how to use this, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if this video saves you time today, a quick thumbs up really helps the channel out. Alright, let's dive in. So here's the problem this tool solves. In Revit, if you have a parameter set up in one family, say a custom shared parameter or a family parameter, and you need that same parameter in 10, 20, or 50 other families, you'd normally have to open each family individually in the family editor, add the parameter manually, save it, and reload it. That's incredibly tedious. This plugin lets you pick one source family, select the parameters you want, pick as many target families as you need, and copy everything in one click. It also handles shared parameters automatically by reading your shared parameter file. And the remove function lets you delete parameters directly out of a source family without having to open the family editor yourself. Once the plugin is installed, open up Revit with a project that has some families loaded. Head over to the Add-ins tab on the ribbon, and you'll see the BKJ Automation panel. Click the Copy Remove Parameters button and the tool opens up. The interface is split into 3 columns. On the left you have your source family. This is the family you're copying parameters from. In the middle is the parameters list. These are all the parameters that exist inside that source family. And on the right is your target families list. These are the families you're copying parameters to. Along the bottom you've got your options and your action buttons. Start by clicking on a family in the source family list on the left. The moment you select it, the middle column automatically loads every parameter from inside that family, the name, the group it belongs to, whether it's a type or instance parameter, the data type, and whether the value can be copied. Now in the parameters column, you can see all the details for each parameter. There are checkboxes on the left. Check the ones you want to work with. You can use Select All or Clear All at the top to manage the whole list at once. A few columns worth noting. Kind tells you if it's a type or instance parameter. Type tells you if it's a regular family parameter or a shared parameter. The Value checkbox, when checked, will also copy the parameter's current type values into the target family, matching them to the same family type names. And the Override Name column lets you rename the parameter as it lands in the target family. Leave it blank to keep the original name. On the right, you've got your target families. If your project has a lot of families, use the category drop-down at the top to filter down to just the category you care about. So if you're only working with electrical equipment families, you can filter to just those. Then use Select All to grab all of them, or check individual families. The source family you already picked on the left is automatically excluded from this list, so you can't accidentally copy to yourself. Down at the bottom there are 2 options. Overwrite existing parameters. If a parameter with the same name already exists in the target family, checking this will replace it. Leave it unchecked to skip any parameters that already exist. If any of your selected parameters are shared parameters, you'll need to point the tool to your shared parameter file using the Browse button. The tool will validate that every shared parameter you selected actually exists in that file before it runs. When you're ready, hit Run Copy. The tool opens each target family in the background, adds your selected parameters, optionally writes the type values, saves the family, and reloads it back into the project, all inside a single transaction. When it's done, you get a summary showing how many families succeeded, how many parameters were added, how many were skipped, and how many values were written. And here's a big one, the entire batch is one Ctrl+Z. If you don't like the result, just hit undo and everything rolls back at once. Now let's talk about the remove feature. This is separate from the copy workflow. To remove parameters, you only need to select a source family, you do not need to select any target families. Pick your source family on the left, then check the parameters you want to delete from it in the middle column. Hit remove, and you'll get a confirmation dialog telling you exactly which family and how many parameters are about to be removed. Click yes, and the tool opens the family, removes those parameters, and reloads it into the project. One important note, shared parameters cannot be removed through the Family Manager API. That's a Revit limitation, not a tool limitation. If you try to remove a shared parameter, the tool will warn you and stop before making any changes. Only regular family parameters can be removed this way. And just like with copy, the remove is also a single Ctrl+Z undo. And that's the full workflow. To recap, select your source family, choose your parameters, pick your targets, set your options, and hit copy. Or skip the targets entirely and use remove to clean parameters straight out of the source family. The whole thing runs in seconds no matter how many families you're working with. The plugin is live on the Autodesk App Store, link is in the description. If you run into any issues or have feature requests, drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. If this saved you some time, make sure you hit the like button, it really does help. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. I'll see you in the next one.